Hello and welcome. I'm going to do a demonstration of the jQuery UI for the widget of the date picker. And so we'll start by setting up our HTML page, which I'm using Aptana Studio 3. And I have an open file with nothing in it, index.html. I'm using WAMP for my development environment, and let's get started. Put in the doc type, and we'll see HTML with a language of EN for English. Put in the head tag, title, say jQuery UI date picker example. Then the next thing I'm going to do is put a link in here to which is a style sheet, and that is going to reference. There's a quick reference, a really easy way to get this. You go to the jQuery website, and if you click on this tab, this is the second tab in, that's the jQuery UI. That'll take you to that page. We'll scroll down here to widgets, and on the left hand side over here, the listing for date picker. And they have an example of how the widget works. Click in the date area, brings up a calendar. Click on the date you want, and it puts it inside this input text box. If you keep scrolling down to the bottom, you can click on View Source to see how they did that and what source information they used to do that particular page. But what I'm looking for is down here at the bottom, the quick access. So this first one is an HTML reference to the smooth theme style sheet. I'm going to copy that, switch back over here and paste that into my page. Then we're going to put in the script type equals JavaScript with a source. So the first file we're going to reference is also on that same page, and that would be the jQuery file. You need the jQuery file, and you also have to reference the jQuery UI file. They're two separate files. Go back here, paste that in, and then do a second reference, do a script type equals text JavaScript C, and then we'll go back over to the website and grab the reference for the jQuery UI. Just going to select this, copy, and paste that right there. So the next thing we're going to add is our internal script information. The ID for my text input is going to be called date picker, and then I'm going to reference date picker, the function. I'll go down here, finish out our web page, that's it. So what we've done is we have a paragraph tag with date and then an input tag with an ID of date picker. And up here under the JavaScript area, I'm doing an anonymous function, and then I'm going to point to that ID reference of date picker and call the date picker function there. So we'll go ahead and save this, run it. Here's my date area. I'll click on that, and there's our calendar. You click through, and let's go for July 4th, which is on a Thursday this year. Click on that, and there's the date. And that's pretty much all there is to it. The only thing I do want to show you is that this reference right here to this CSS style sheet is not necessary in order for this to function. So if I take that line out, and what we get here is what's called graceful degradation. So if for some reason that CSS file was not found when someone goes to your website, they could still pick the date and still utilize this this widget. So I'll click through. I'm going to pick the same date, which was the 4th. Click on the link, and there's the date. So go ahead and close those both out. Go back here. Put that reference in. The only other thing that I did not have in here was the demo up on the jQuery UI site has a, when you look at the source code here, there is another style sheet right here, and this style sheet, as you can see this path here, is at /resources/demos style.css. That's an internal reference. So that's not a file that I'd be able to access. That's something that they would probably have information on how you would create this. And basically in this particular instance, what it does is, as you saw, my particular calendar was rather large. So it cuts down the size of the calendar to make it more reasonable for this particular widget in this type of display. But it functions the same. I click over here, July 4th, and there's the date. And that's a demo on how to do the jQuery UI widget called Date Picker. Here's the code once more, just so you can see that. And that's it. Thank you for watching.